Dr. Nazni, let's start with the first question. How do you get involved in research?
Okay, how did I get involved in research? It was because I was being given the jawatan sebagai research officer in IMR. And daripada dulu lagi saya memang minat research. That's why I was also a temporary RA for some time. For 3 years I was temporary, but not in IMR but in UM. So when I was given permanent, of course that is the best thing kita nak, right? Lepas tu when I joined IMR, and it happened that my boss was Dr. Lee Hanlin. And Dr. Lee Hanlin is a man whose door is always open to discuss on anything. So saya tak ada masalah lah, and he has got lots of ideas, and he gives his ideas to all his staff. So it's up to each individual researcher to accept the idea and move forward. So if you accept it and you move forward, of course you will have some kind of outcome. Tapi if you don't want to do, it's up to you. But it's Dr. Lee, I should say that I'm very thankful to Dr. Lee Hanlin. He is the person who has given us the path to have the interesting life in research.
So recently in 2018, you have been awarded by WHO for the innovation research, the maggot development therapy. So what do you feel and how do you get into that, Dr. Nazni?
Of course, you feel very happy, right? Sebab it's a prestigious award. But I've never thought of it, neither I've ever dreamt of it. It was director Dato' Fatila. She's the one who asked to apply. So I told her that I think Dato', I'm not the person to write this. I said I don't think so. We will get anything. But she said rezeki di tangan Allah. So you just put it. You get or you don't get is another story. But you just apply. So alhamdulillah, when we applied and we got it. So I mean it's rezeki mungkin sebab kita telah pun bekerja and kita nak patients heal daripada maggots. Mungkin Allah berikan rezeki pada kita, we do not know. Tapi what is penting is kita mesti ikhlas dalam membuat sesuatu. Okay, keikhlasan tu will give you a new path to move on. Yeah.
So is there any other most satisfying achievement that you would like to share with us?
Saya rasa lah, I'm happy with all the research I'm doing and I'm satisfied with whatever I do. Of course in life there is certain things which is not satisfying, but you just keep aside. Of course sometimes you are not happy with some of your research which is not giving you results, tapi you try to improve it and try to have alternative. Jangan stick to one thing, always have an alternative. But if you this fail, you have another thing to hold on. You know? So you must move forward. Don't get stuck and then you say, oh, I got no ideas. No, ideas is plenty. Just read up. One thing important is young researchers, both of them are young and then have a very long way to go. So reading is very important because by reading you'll have ideas. Yeah. There are published papers, but they could not say things which you may have seen in that paper. So you have to read and then you move on from there.
Okay. So how doctor can recommend to the researcher out there to conduct research that can beneficial to the patient and public as MDT has success?
Okay. So I would say that like we are entomologists. Our research is basically on entomology. So look at the entomology component which have something which will benefit the patient. So we can only see from the entomology. Of course, there is a lot of insects which has got benefit to mankind. For example, ants. For example, bees. So they can work on it. There is lots of insect and it helps. Like bee helps in cancer. So maybe they can work using bee. The toxin of bee can be used as one of the, I can't remember exactly, but there are something in bee which can assist in cancer. So they may use that. You look at the insects and then you see how it can help. Because now it's back to nature. Previously it was all on modern medicine, but now when there is lots of problem, there is certain things when modern medicine cannot help, people go back to nature. So there's lots of room for young researchers like both of them to move forward, I suppose.
So how about the challenges and how you deal with it?
Challenges in research? Of course, challenges is plenty. You have to take one thing at a time. At times you get so many things comes at one go. So you see which is most important to finish it off first. So then in research you need to have budget. So of course the first challenge is how to get the money. How to get the money to do research. How to get the peruntukan. So you must have good proposals. You must be able to defend, and this is very important for young researchers, for them to move on. They always must have research at hand at any time, and move to another discipline when one is completed. We shouldn't do one research all the way through in our life in I'm art, for example. We should have different challenge, different research, which makes the life more interesting and more colorful, I suppose.
So now let's talk about the networking, collaboration and finding grant, especially at national and international level. So what is your view, Dr. Nazni?
We have got two research grants from international and WHO. We are in fact, IMR has also been recognized as a WHO collaborating center for taxonomy, for dengue, malaria and filariasis. So based on that, we also have got another lab, GLP, for testing vector control products. It's WHO's recognition for IMR. They have asked us to move forward, and both of them have heard, but she has led the GLP lab. So maybe she can share with you how difficult it is at the beginning. But now we are already certified. It's just that we are waiting to get the the certificate. So I don't know. I feel sometimes there are challenges, but when you venture into it and you get it done, you see there's no challenge. But of course there are challenges. But when you do it, you forget about the difficult things. What you see is only the good things. So I think that's how we move on. Challenges is everywhere. At home, at work, you're walking, shopping pun ada challenges because you do not know what to buy sometimes. So it's how determined you are. I think that's all I can say. And one thing, it's all determination. It's from your own heart.
Alright. So what is your expectation in future research and innovation and the importance of these young researchers?
Of course, they are the next liners, and they have to be better than researchers like my age. Because with the new technology, with the new things, with this modern age, I think they can go very far. I'm very determined. They can go very, very far. And there is plenty of things, and while we are here, I'm sure they are always asking things from us. If it is we can help, of course we will, but beyond our help, I can't. But like I think researchers in entomology are moving very far, like Wasi and Rosia. They are very good. They're very determined.
So
no doubt about it.
So for Puan Rozila and Wasi, what is the lesson learned and your expectation and move forward from experience with Dr. Nazni?
Actually, for me, research is my passion. So my aim is to become an excellent researcher, as what our senior has said. So it's quite challenging because the successful is a very international level. So as a youngster in this field, it is quite challenging. So what we need is we have to determine ourselves. And I always remember what Dr. Nazni had always advised us. Do your work ikhlas, keep on learning, and don't give up. And research is a big challenge to us, and it is not an easy field. Because my past experience is a lecturer, so it's a big different field where in research you must keep on make sure you are having knowledge and make sure that the work that we do contribute findings that help people, mankind in Malaysia as well as international.
For me as a researcher, what I learned from Dr. Nazni is one of the important elements in good research is teamwork. Dr. Nazni has taught us how to value your teammates, even though sometimes amongst your teammates ada dari level technician, daripada level pembantu kesihatan awam, but you have to appreciate sometimes even though tinggi daripada teammates kita, knowledge yang daripada mereka kadang-kadang kita tak tahu. So teammates dan colleague pun memberi peranan dalam good research daripada apa yang saya belajar dengan Dr. Nazni lah. It's not about yourself. Kalau you nak buat if you want to make a good research lah, if you want to conduct good research.
Actually, for our new generation, we are quite lucky to have a senior which can share their knowledge and experience to become a good researcher. Because when you want to be a researcher, it's not easy if you walk alone and you don't have teacher. So what our aim here is actually to make sure that the excellency is maintained and developed to the national and international level.
Alright. So for the last question is for Dr. Nazni. So what is your take-home messages to the researcher out there?
Never stop with research, because bila you stop, if you, let's say you are doing research all this while, but when you put a pause, it's very difficult to get back the momentum. Okay, you must always move on with research. Do not stop. Every day actually you're already thinking. So just cultivate that habit and write papers. I'm sure some people say that writing paper is not the best thing for researchers, but at least it's you are having your papers published, and future people can refer to it. And then another thing is conduct a research because what is IMRP mission? It is to conduct research which will help mankind kan. So do something which will think of research yang akan memberi faedah kepada masyarakat kita lah, our patients, our people out there, because they are the ones who are paying our salary. So you must do something good for the people. I think when you think in that line, I'm sure you will have lots of ideas, because when you are walking outside, you can see the different diversity of people with problems. So from there you maybe can get ideas too. So I think the officers in entomology are very hardworking, and I'm sure she don't have any Rose, she doesn't have any idea. Now she's developing a technique how to apps
Integrate IT with entomological work.
Which is very good, you see, expanding. And she will be going soon to US, right? US with one of the famous lab in forensic. So there is something she will learn from there and come back and apply it in IMR.
We have get a lot of information from you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Dr. Nazni. So you have a young researcher there. Can you introduce them?
Okay. On my left is Dr. Nurul Husna.
Hi, Husna.
Let me say something about her. She's working on the outdoor residual spray project, and it's really international project where they have got 5 collaborators from outside, from all over the world, working together with her on a randomized control trial. The next one is Suhana. She is working on the leash therapy as well as on the tilapia therapy, but it's still under research. We have not done any clinical trials, but she's a very determined person. Teo Buatni, she is working on the sterile insect technique, and that also linked with International Atomic Energy IAEA based on Guyana. And Miss Nur Afiza,
Nice to meet you.
she's working with Wolbachia project. I think you know the hot project, the hot topic now, Wolbachia, and she's more with the Wellcome Trust, where we have got 2 collaborators, Prof. Ali from Melbourne and Prof. Singh from Western. So they are all very international.
So can you share the view of experience with Dr. Nazni?
Dr. Nazni, she's a very humble person, and she's the type of boss that really walk her talk, not just giving instruction and just do it. She's not that type.
We
few years working under Dr. Nazi's supervision, I'm grateful that to be under her because she's a friendly boss and yeah, a very humble boss. I'm actually grateful under Dr. Nazi. I'm working with Dr. Nazi for 10 years, and then she's so hardworking boss. Very hardworking. Very hardworking. And then so I can follow what she is doing right now.
Well, for me, Dr. Nazni is actually a mentor. The way you think is sometimes like you just can see it is in one view. But if you're working with her, you can see there's one thing in a different view. So that is how I can summarize how Dr. Nazni is. And then she is so hardworking, and then she's always come with a fresh and full of ideas. Doesn't matter where it is. I mean that whatever the field it is, she's actually a perfect package for us actually. So she does has a very good mentoring mentoring punya skills, and then always support us at any time. So this is Dr. Nazni for me.
Alright, thank you so much guys.